Yo, 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 what's happening? Nico here. How many times have you been threatened with a punishment? I ask that because I focus on the punishments a lot more than I focus on um, the rewards. And I think I focus on the punishments a lot more than I focus on the rewards. One, because I have like a pessimist mindset, is what they would say. But two, that's just what I experience more than anything else. My life was good, don't get me wrong. My parents, they did the best they could. I made decisions that got me in positions that I was at. But it seems like I was always making decisions that were associated with some sort of punishment. So I just got this thought process that, yo, I'm supposed to be punished no matter what. Self inflicted pain is what people call it. I think there's a benefit to it, but I also think that in extreme cases, it can be harmful. I learned that the hard way. I'm extremely critical of myself. I'm very optimistic and trusting of other people, and I'm extremely critical of who I am. I wonder how many times we focus on the punishments that are associated with life rather than the rewards that are associated with life, the promises or the profit, like money, whatever it is. Like, how many times do we avoid getting someone's number because we're afraid of the punishment of being rejected, right? How many times do we not apply for the job because we're afraid of the punishment that might be coming with it and a social standing, right? Sometimes getting extra money, people get jealous and they start taking it out and projecting it on you. You might not even care about the money of the job, you just want to do that job. How many times do we not have the conversations that we need to have with people because we're afraid of the punishment that's going to be associated with it? It's going to make the situation worse. They're not going to understand. I don't want to have to deal with it. Instead of focusing on the reward, the promise of it, right? Like, yeah, it may turn out bad, but it may turn out great. I may rekindle a friendship that I really want to rekindle that's a benefit to me. I may apply for this job, and yeah, I may get a little bit of kickback from my friends. My social status may be changed in their eyes, but in my eyes, my social status goes up. And that is a reward to myself because I'm going to have so many more opportunities. What is the reward of getting that person's number? Hanging out with them for a little bit. Getting to know some other human being that's on this planet and realize that you're not as crazy as you think you are. You might be, don't get me wrong. But you'll only find that out if you're around others. And that's a reward. It's a reward to receive feedback from other people, whether they know they're giving it or not. I say this because I'm in a place where I'm realizing how pessimistic my mind was, and I really thought I was an optimistic person. And when I say that, I'm talking about my own internal dialogue, my own internal self-assessments. Those are the ones that are really important. I'll be celebrating a full year of full self-employment here in a couple days. And I never rewarded myself for doing this, for taking this risk. And now I feel a little bit bad if I can be completely vulnerable here with you guys. Because I realized how hard I've been on myself my whole life. And that's always contributed to why I used substances to balance myself out. They say there's different frequencies that we function on, right? High vibrations, vibes are the new terms that we're using for it. I realize that if we're looking at frequency levels, right? Up here is the ideal one, whatever that is for you. It's self-actualization for me. It's self-transcendence. That's the top one for me. We're going to put alcohol, drugs way down here. It's about as far as I'm going to go, right? Just to give you an idea. Below that, I think is where I started from. Like, it's a real down place, depressed state of mind. So for me, alcohol and other drugs was a higher wavelength. But I realized how sad that is. That is. I feel pity for myself because that's how I had to get to higher frequencies. Now, when I stay on these higher frequencies, when I function in different ways, when I move in ways that I know are better for me, better for my community, better for those that I care about, I can see how disillusioned I would get, and how that would cause me to be extra critical on myself. And why now I just constantly think about punishment. Timer's going off because the time that I have to record these videos is up. I ask that you would just take a few minutes and think. Do you focus on the rewards, the positive outcomes, more than you focus on the punishment, the negative outcomes? That's something I'm going to be reflecting on. I hope that this conversation, this internal dialogue that I record for you guys is helpful. Because my goal is not to do recovery for you. My goal is to help guide you to your definition of sober so that you can be the best version of yourself. And ideally, that best version contributes to this world. It's okay to not be an angel. It's okay to have no halo.